Okay, I want you to go ahead and grab you a cup of tea or coffee. I've already got mine ready because we need to have a quick chat, one that has not been had on this channel and it's overdue, but we need to talk about it today. And that is, how much does it actually cost to automate your childcare business? Now, if you don't know what childcare business automation is, then what I need for you to do is I need for you to go ahead and watch the other video that I did about what childcare business automation is and the benefits of it. But listen, y'all, in a nutshell, childcare business automation is basically the back end parts and pieces that run in the background of your childcare business that allow you to take care of CEO things in your business, that allow you to take care of your family, and most importantly, that allow you to take care of yourself. It pretty much ensures that your childcare business can run without you and that you have the option to be an off-site owner if that is something that you choose to do. So for me, it allowed me to actually go from working 50 plus hours a week to working 25 hours a week. Y'all, I had every Friday off and I still have that schedule today. And so if running a childcare business in under 25 hours or less a week is something that interests you, then you definitely want to stay tuned to this video because I am going to give you a checklist of things that you want to budget for and things you want to set aside to actually get all this stuff set up. All right, so before we do that, let's go ahead and take a sip. We're going to need a little extra sip today on this one. So let's go ahead and do that and let's hop into today's video. Oh my goodness.
A few moments later.
Now, before we continue, you guys, if you are loving this video, then go ahead. If you have not already done so, I'm going to invite you to go ahead and hit that little like button. That lets me know that you're liking it and that I'm doing a great job here. Also, if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell so that you're notified of when I post up videos. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Ashley Benz of Ashley Benz Consulting and Childcare Business Executive Tools, where I help you start, automate, or expand your early childhood education business, and I do all those things over at ashleybenz.com. So again, if you would like to run a childcare business in under 25 hours a week or less, then you got to listen up. But what I want you to do first, just in case I did not mention, I do have a checklist for you. So there is one down below. So look in the description, click on the link, go ahead and let me know where you want me to send that to you, and I'll get that right over. And then you can actually go ahead and follow along as I go through today's video. Okay, but let's go ahead and hop directly into the very first thing that I want you to be aware of when it comes to how much it costs to actually automate a childcare business. So the first thing I want you to be aware of is that automation is not cheap and it can be really expensive. And so the things that you really want to think about is the fact that automation is going to have some upfront cost. So you want to think about like setting up automation, the different softwares that you're going to need. There's going to be some ongoing costs to actually keep it going and to maintain. And so the first thing that you do want to do is you want to have an automation budget. So you really want to think about, okay, how much money do I want to invest in my childcare business to automate it? Now, I'm going to actually help you determine how much money that would be for you because, you know, it's going to look different for everybody. And so let's go ahead and talk about the second thing that I want you to be aware of is a breakdown budget list. Okay, so again, in the PDF, you should have access to a breakdown budget list. So I'm going to kind of break down what a budget would look like. And these are just some examples, okay? So not even examples, but just a list of a few of them. But I can't put everything down. I'm trying to keep this very generalized because, again, everybody's automation needs are going to be different. So one of the main things that you're going to want to have on your automation list in your budget is a website. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, your website is probably going to be one of the most expensive things that you invest in, because really there is a difference between spending and investing. Spending, you're just going to throw money away. Investing, you are going to get an ROI. But your website is going to be one of the biggest investments, and it's going to be one that I'm going to recommend for you to have. Now, the other one is going to be a CRM software. So if you don't know what a CRM software is, it's a client relation management system. A lot of other industries are going to use them. But basically what it does, it helps you to build a relationship with the potential families that come to you, with your current families. It helps you to create pipelines and all those good things. Now, I do have a video about where I do kind of dive a little bit into a CRM system, so I will be sure to leave that down in the description box, along with, I'll leave it on the end screen as well at the end of the video. But you will need to have a CRM system, and this is going to be something that's going to be another investment that you're going to want to budget for. The other one, of course, I think is one that most of you all know about, but a childcare management software system as well. This is where, you are able to, see classrooms, how many like staff to child ratios, and sometimes I think there's even like where your families can pay. But whatever the case is there, you are going to need a child care management software system. And so you do want to make sure you're setting money aside for that. So you also are going to want to set aside some budget for marketing tools. And when I talk about marketing tools when it comes to like automation, we are talking about maybe some paid advertising, also setting up funnels, and things of that nature. And then one of the other things that you do want to make sure that you set aside for automation is your accounting and budgeting. So you guys should not be using paper. You should not be, using a notebook to do your accounting and your forecasting, but you should actually be having an accounting software that's going to help you do a lot of those things for you. And then another tool that a lot of people don't even think about would be a delegation or a project management tool as well. My favorite one is Monday.com. So I will be sure to leave a link, my affiliate link down below if you want to check out Monday.com. That is what I use for all of my delegation and project management tools. But with automation, it literally is a lot of projects. And so you want to be able to have like a project management tool so you can kind of really lay out the plan and then understand like how you're going to actually make all these things happen. So those are just small lists, because I feel like that, there is so many different softwares and just different ways that you can put all this stuff together. But the beauty of automation is that it's literally whatever is in your brain, you can make it happen. And that is what I love about it, because it's literally your brain out in automation, and you're employing what you want to happen when a parent calls you or a potential family signs up on your email, not your email list, but your website. Like, you can control everything that happens in the background. And so that is why it can be, a little bit of an investment when you're setting these things up. Now, speaking of that, the other cool thing about automation and setting these things up is that you can actually set the budget based off of the level of automation that you want. So let's talk about that. Now, if you want to work 50 plus hours a week in your childcare business, then you don't need any automation at all. Just keep doing what you're doing, and just keep going. Okay, just keep going and going and going. Okay. So that level of automation, there is no level of automation. Now, if you want to work between 30 and 40 hours a week, then you're going to need what I call little automation. So your level of automation is going to be just a little bit of it that's going to help you just kind of maintain a basic like 9 to 5 kind of schedule, and cost you as much, but you are going to require just a little bit of automation to be able to maintain in that 30 to 40 hour work week. Now, if you want a 25 hour or less work week, okay, and I'm talking about 4 days a week, maybe working 4 to 6 hours a day, actually about 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day, and off on Fridays, which is like my schedule, then you are going to want advanced automation in your childcare business. And so the way that I really want you to think about this, because one of the things that I get all the time is I'll get somebody to come to me and they're like, Ashley, I know I need this. I know that I need to have better, streamline things running in the background of my business. I'm trying to expand my childcare business. And before I expand, I know I need automation. So there's a lot of different reasons why, someone comes to me and they're wanting automation, but they don't really understand the fact that it's going to be based off of how many hours you want to work. And I feel like that's going to be the easiest way for you to determine, your level of automation, how much you actually want to invest, and just kind of like what that would look like for you. And so although this is going to be a really short video, but I feel like it's going to be one that's just going to be, it's really powerful, because I feel like right now you're probably getting like, oh my goodness, I've never thought about this. And so if you are getting that, oh my goodness, I never thought about this, or I did not think about it in that way, go ahead and leave that in the comments. And I want you to put down, oh my goodness, I never thought about this, okay? That way, if somebody is skimming through the video and they're not looking at the entire video, then they're going to be wondering, what are they talking about? So go ahead, meet me in the comments about that. Let me know, is this something that you've thought about before, or is this all new information to you? Like, I would love to know your thoughts on automating your childcare business. And so meet me in the comments. We can continue the conversation down there. But in conclusion, it really is it's based off of the hours that you want to work. And let me just bring it on down, y'all, okay? Because it's going to be one or two things, okay? It's going to be based off of how much time you want to spend in the CEO role of your childcare business versus how much time you want to spend in the employee role of your childcare business, okay? And so that's really what it boils down to. So you can decide right now, once you take your checklist, okay? And I really want you to decide on what level do you feel like you need? Where do you want to start at? The beauty of it too is that you can start with little automation and then work yourself up. But again, if you're somebody that's like, Ashley, I really, I've been doing this for X amount of years in my business. I've been running my business like this. I don't have any time to myself. Pretty much the business runs me and I don't run it. Then this is a time right now for you to really get serious and be okay. Okay, let me say this. This is a time for you right now to be okay with making that investment, because here's the thing about it. You're going to invest either way. You're either going to invest time away from your own family, time away from yourself, time away from your mental health, just whatever that is, you're going to invest that kind of time, or you're going to invest money. And let me even say this as well, you guys. Even on the investing money, let's just say, let me talk to the person right now that's probably saying, you know what, Ashley, though, I just don't have the money to automate my childcare business. It's just too expensive. Like the website, let's say that for the website, that's one of the first things, working with somebody, and I'll say, okay. And so they'll tell me, they're like, well, I just can't afford that. I cannot afford that right now. But you can afford to, not have the proper mental health. You can afford to be up in the hospital. Y'all, I have talked to a lot of you all. And I remember there was somebody I talked to one time, and she was telling me that because she worked so many hours, I can't remember what condition that it was. But anyway, she was in the hospital for months. I think maybe she said like maybe 4 weeks or 6 weeks or something like that. And it took her away from her childcare business anyway. And here's the thing about it, right? Like, you want your childcare business to be able to run without you, okay? So that if you do have to go, so that if there is an emergency, it can run with, in your absence. You can be an off-site and things are going to run fine. Now, you tell me, what is that worth to you? Because to me, my mental health, time with my family, that is priceless. Like, I cannot put a price tag on that. And the thing about it is that you're going to pay one way or the other. So let's just say that you don't do the automation and you're working the 50 plus hours a week and you're stressed out. Your anxiety level is up through the roof. Okay. You're going to end up needing probably some doctor bills. You're going to go into having doctor bills because you're trying to figure out what's wrong with your health condition and all this kind of stuff. The stress is going to cause the health conditions and you're going to pay out the money anyway. I would rather invest into my childcare business rather to invest in doctor bills and then my health is worn down. Do you see what I'm saying? So, okay, you guys, I'm going to stop it there. I feel like you got me on that one, okay? I feel like you got me on that one, okay? Like, you know where I'm coming from. I literally could talk about this all day long, but I'm gonna stop it right there. I want you to have time to process, okay? And remember, whatever is in your brain when it comes to automation, the amount of hours that you want to work or don't want to work, it can happen, and automation can help you do that. So as we conclude this video, I want you to go ahead and sit down and really think about how many hours do you actually want to spend working in your childcare business, and meet me in the comments down below so we can continue the conversation. And tell me, how many hours do you want to work on your business versus in your business? So that's what I want to know from you, okay? That's your homework, is in the comments. Now, if you would like my assistance in helping you actually set up all these automation pieces, helping you with the budget plan, helping you with what your automation looks like, then I do offer one-on-one consulting services. And I will be sure to leave that link down below, and you can click it and it will basically kind of walk you through if you qualify to actually book a free one-on-one discovery call with me, where you and I will sit down and we'll talk about this further, and we'll talk about what working together looks like if we both feel like that's a good fit. Okay, I gotta take a sip on this one, you guys. Go ahead, click those links down below, you guys, and I will see you in the next video.